I don't want to overthink this, but lust will destroy your masculine frame as a man. Because I've seen it play out in so many scenarios where you see a man will always chase, will always become clingy, will always be needy. A man doesn't have self control anymore or form of self respect for himself. A man can't walk away because he has an obsessive lust for women. And if you get to that point where it is a very, very dangerous, steep end, you make wrong choices because you can't control your lust. Many men have been in that situation. It's rare to see a man who can balance his desires. It's hard to see a man who can balance his desires. And most times, why it's like that is because men are not equipped with sufficient knowledge to understand what they are engaging with, what they are interacting with. Men are not equipped with enough knowledge to understand women. That is why most times when they get into relationships, they lose themselves, because when you get intimate with a woman, it is very sedating, seductive. It would always lure you and keep luring you. It is addictive. You can get addicted to it. You can get addicted to slaying boxes, and you can go down that rabbit hole and never come out alive or come out whole. But instead, you will probably lose your soul in the chase of boxes. Loss is one of those vices that if you don't control it, you will be needy. And women would smell it. Men will jump hoops, do a lot of things just because they want to slay a box. Men will sell their cars, sell their wealth, kill people just because they want to slay a particular box. And that's how bad lust can erode a man's consciousness, a man's sense of worth, a man's morality. Lust will erode it. It's tough. This is a tough discussion. Most people don't even want to even have it, because most times when you talk about lust, it connects you to the spiritual. It's a very spiritual thing, and then some people would demonize it, which is kind of fair in some sense. But if you understand as a man that you have the control and the power not to chase after women when they pull back from you, when you understand that that is a manipulation tactics, you move differently, you act differently, you do the opposite. Instead of chasing, you walk away. That's why I always preach about learning to walk away from anything, not just women, anything in life. If it's a business, if it's a relationship, anything, just walk away from it. Learning to walk away shows that you have self-respect for yourself. That's why lust in itself, people who have been trapped into that web of lust, is because they can't walk away, because they can't say no to their desires. A woman flashes her boobs on the internet or her part of her coochie, men are trembling, already DMing her and all that, because they want that in real life. I'm not realizing that you don't have to go that way. You don't have to go that route. You have to learn to control your eyes, what you see, what you hear, what you eat. You have to learn to control them. That's how you master how to control your lust. Because once lust takes over, you have lost your masculine frame as a man. That's where most times, for me personally, I see men who have allowed the lust to possess them and make them so obsessed with women to the point where they have no control or boundaries. At that point, what I would say is, I see them as women. I don't see them as men anymore, because normally a woman is meant to chase after a woman, because women will do it in so many ways. They will do it subtly or they will do it aggressively, depending on the age range. An older or elderly woman would aggressively pursue a man, chase after a man. A younger girl would subtly chase after a man. You have to know that it's female nature. You have to understand this and know it's a reality that most few men experience, that women chase after them. And that's where, as a man, you are called to attract, learn how to master how to attract and not chase. But lust would make you chase after women endlessly. Yes, you will get some boxes, but that puts you in a category of femininity. You start to have or exhibit those traits of a feminine person, and which is nasty in my own point of view. You start to chase after women when you are supposed to sit there and maintain frame and attract women and pull them to you. You make the garden that would invite the butterflies. Since you like butterflies, you make a beautiful garden and those butterflies will come in. That is the way it's supposed to be. But once you allow lust to take control, you have lost your masculine frame. Because lust will make you chase. You keep chasing and chasing and chasing, and it's endless. The chase never ends till the day you die. The chase never ends. Especially when you decide not to even elevate or upscale or become an enlightened human being. You will definitely keep chasing, because yes, it will give you some results, but you always lean in that direction. And you are someone that most men can't even trust. It can get to that point, because you always put women above your brotherhood. You always stand for women and oppose your brotherhood because of Gucci box. I've seen uncles who are heavily obsessed with their wives and have drowned so much because of their loss. They've drowned so much where to the point they don't even hear any other thing, any other voice that is contrary and corrective to what their wives tells them. I've seen relations. I've seen things like that happen, and it's crazy where men allow women to drive them around, and these men don't even have that masculine frame to be the one in charge of the operations of things, because the woman is meant to look up to you. A masculine frame is meant to be looked up to. A feminine frame is submissive. The masculine frame has to be a frame that has to be looked up to. But when the man is seeking for approval from his wife before he does stuff, it's crazy. I know relations who are like that. They pander to their women than to doing the right thing as a man, because they are scared the woman might leave the marriage and all that. And it all stems from the fact of there's lust involved. Because if you can't maintain your masculine frame in your home, Lust has taken over because you're a slave to the box. That's one thing you must understand. You are a slave to the box. If you are not a slave to the box, you will maintain your masculine frame as a man in any relationship with any woman. And women will sense it, they will feel it that, oh, if I decide not to be with give this man this box for 1 year, he's not even going to demand it. If I do it 10 years, he's not going to demand it. Then she realizes that she's actually interacting with someone who is not normal. Somebody different, a man who has self-respect and self-worth for himself, and who is not needy or clingy. I heard something like some men would cry definitely because of a box. They are demanding for a box, and the girl is probably, or the woman in question is denying them of that box. They will do everything in their power, spend a lot of money just to get that box. Lost. It's not your sidekick. Lust would always destroy your masculine frame. So that's it, guys. We'll be up in the next video. We'll talk some more. I hope you guys learned one or two things and are enlightened to be more masculine as men and not allow lust to control you. You learn to control your urges. So I wish you guys well. So we'll see in the next video. Have a great day and stay blessed. Bye, guys.